What's up, girls and guys? It's RLG Gamers here, and the ZTE Warp Sync is now available on Boost Mobile. eBase, where it pays to shop online. Sign up with my referral link in the description and get cash back on all your purchases. More information at the end of the video. As you see, I'm on boostmobile.com. If you want to come over here and just type in boostmobile.com and Google whatever, you know how to get here, man. And they got the ZTE Warp Sync, alright? First off, shout out to my boy Storm. Let me show you right here. Look at that. Storm 804 VA. Thanks for letting me know. Alright. But the ZTE Warp is coming, so it's under $200. So if you was looking for a decent phone for about that price, I think this is alright. Alright, so let's look at some features. It's running 4.4 KitKat. Now, as far as what point after that, I'm really not sure. Maybe some of y'all can let me know, but hopefully it's 4.4.4. Anything below 4.4.4 is not the latest version. Alright, of course Android L is coming soon, probably around what should be on the Note 4, or guaranteed upgrade on the Note 4 anyways. It's got an 8 megapixel camera, which is decent, which I said should be the standard, even though the standard now is 13 megapixels, but that's pretty good for a, you know, prepaid phone. 8 megapixels, a 1.6 megapixel for front-facing camera, which is pretty good. Alright, Dolby, all this is just kind of gimmicky. Hopefully it claims it got HD voice, so great call quality, that's what it's claiming. But let's get on to the main stuff that really you're going to be dealing with every day, like a 5-inch HD touchscreen display. So good thing it got Gorilla Glass in it. Some people may say, well, if I don't have got Gorilla Glass 3 in it. Gorilla Glass, I mean the glass is pretty much the same, alright? Gorilla Glass 3 is harder and more flexible and blah blah. But as long as it's Gorilla Glass 2 and up, you should be good. So it shouldn't scratch as easy, but the main thing, it shouldn't crack as easy. Now, it will crack, and it will scratch. So if you sit there and try to scratch it or crack it, most likely it will, alright? But usually, if you drop it 1 or 2 times, it should survive through sometimes stuff that it shouldn't. But if you keep doing it, man, or if you get unlucky and it land flat, you through for real. Alright, so hopefully that don't mess up. But anyways, Gorilla Glass 2 is supposed to be great. Alright, it's got 3G, 4G, and enhanced LTE. Alright, so you can check your coverage on that. For each viewer, pretty much, you know, your coverage is going to be different. So check yours separately here on boostmobile.com. Now, one of the main things that's really going to, you know, carry you out through your life of this phone. Not through your life, but, you know, through the life of the phone. You know what I'm saying? The processor will be the main thing that if it's good, it'll stop lag, you know, everything will be snappy. But if it's bad, then you're gonna notice every single piece of lag. But with the processor, it's a 1.2 gigahertz quad core processor, and it is a Snapdragon. Now, with this, it doesn't tell you which Snapdragon it is, so I'm gonna just consider it's either the 400 or the 410. So y'all can let me know. But the Snapdragon 400 should be okay. But considering that it's the same thing that the Samsung Galaxy Mega is running. If y'all want to know real quick how that, you know, stacks up, you can look up a Samsung Galaxy Mega review. And you can see what that chip will be doing. Alright. Even though the Mega, I think it's clocked higher than it's at like 1.9 gigahertz. But just dial it back a little bit, and you can kind of see how that chip will perform. But with 4.4.4, that chip should be able to handle 4.4.4. Alright. So it's claimed long-lasting battery, even though it's only 2,300, and most phones I look at got 3,200 milliamps in them. And of course, mobile hotspot capable, but I think you may have to pay extra for that. So talking time, they're claiming 12 hours, removable battery, which is always a plus. Alright. Of course, we just covered that. Now, here goes some more main stuff right here. The memory in it is 2 gigabytes of RAM, which is great. and 8 gigabytes of ROM. So what I like to do, just so you know, they have to put Android on there. They have to put whatever skin they're gonna put on there and some bloatware. So what you do with the 8 gigabytes of ROM, you slash it in half. So now you at 4. Take 1 off. Now you should have at least 3 gigabytes free, because we all know you get 8 gigabyte phone, then you get the phone and it's only like 4 gigabytes left, or 3 gigabytes left, and even 2 point something left. So consider yourself having about 2.5 to 3 gigabytes free, and if you're happy with that, to put apps and stuff on, then you should be alright. But keep in mind, the more that memory get used up, if you think you're gonna be pushing it, the phone will act crazy. Sometimes it won't let you make calls. Android usually do that, or it may actually slow down a lot. But 2 gigabytes of RAM is a plus. I recommend that over 1 gigabyte any day, because I recommend at least 3 gigabytes, but do not ever go back to 1 in 2014. You do not need a phone with 1 gigabyte unless you know how to manage it. Of course, you have to manage it. I got a tablet with 1 gigabyte, and just the way I use that tablet, even though it's got an NVIDIA processor in it, 1 gigabyte of RAM is definitely not enough. So good look for them putting 2, which is really, you can round it down to about 1.5. So that 0.5 actually saves your butt in certain situations. So you should be able to multitask basically with that much RAM, pretty decently. And also you can put a 64 gigabyte micro SDXC card in there. Although I always recommend 32 gigabytes. So you won't end up purchasing the wrong types of cards, because when you get to 64 gigabytes, stuff get crazy. Okay, stuff get crazy. Anyways, that pretty much wraps up the ZTE Warp Sync. Alright, and no need for unboxing. This is what's in the box right here, man. A ZTE handset, of course, the battery, USB charger, and the printed materials. That's it. I don't see why you watch unboxings. Just need reviews. Anyways, thank y'all for watching this first thoughts review of Real Life Gamers. Again, shout out to Storm804VA for letting me know about this. And I'll see y'all next video. Peace. eBase, where it pays to shop online. Links in the description. With eBase, you could be paid to shop online from almost any online store you already been shopping at. In this case, I'm going to virginmobileusa.com using the search bar, which you can use to find the store you want to shop at. eBase always have deals, as you see. This time, I can save up to $22.50. All you have to do is search for the store you want on eBase and make your way to savings. As you see, after I did so, it redirects me to the site, which operates as normal, but this time you will be earning money for shopping and make your way to earning that big fat check. As I said before, eBase have many stores that you can shop at and earn money, including Walmart.com. Once again, all I have to do is search for Walmart on eBase and get directed to the site as normal. Only this time I'm making money to shop. eBase is currently offering cash back in over 2,000 stores, so make sure you sign up using the link in the description so you can start saving now. And remember, eBase, where it pays to shop online. Links in the description.